got a 2-year certificate for teaching. Since that time, there's been someone in the college or involved in some way. I came in at 48 and got to play a little basketball at JV team. And one of my memorable experiences was playing against Goose Tatum, the Globetrotters, and his elbows come right about here. They made fools of us, but we had a lot of fun with it. Another basketball-oriented situation was that, of course, I met my wife Marilyn here, and she was in the gym one day, our Cracker Box gym, shooting baskets to get ready for an intramural game. And so I started tossing the ball to her, and it just kind of led from one thing to another. We got married beginning of my junior year. Another thing that I'm really proud of, my brother Ord took the first team to nationals from NNU in '57.
Yes.
And that was exciting. Kelly asked me to talk about exciting things. I watched the 2 baseball games last week. You watched them. I think some of the most exciting ones were when the NAIA tournament was here, and the gym was packed, and people were just screaming and really having a great time with basketball. But I just always had a soft spot for the athlete, and knowing that they have to work hard in terms of their sport, but also keep their grades up in order to be able to play. And that takes some dedication. But I'm really honored to have a chance to be here, and I want to give a little shout out to Kelly. If you've looked at our teams in the last year or so, we have really had some top teams, and this lady's responsible for bringing in some top coaches.
Absolutely.
I got to watch her coach before she moved into the other office. She's a fun person to watch coach, because she's very active and cares a whole lot about winning, and that's what's fun.
Thank you, Ken. So obviously we call this the Legends because Ken has lived such an exceptional life that we consider legendary. So what piece of advice would you give to all of us so that as we continue to pursue a life of service and transformation, what piece of advice would you give to all of us that is the most important thing as we live our lives?
Well, I used to tell my family growing up that for a career they need to find something that's fun to do and you can still get paid for it. For all of us, I think finding something that really is a passion for you and being willing to follow your heart on that. And I've seen a number of you do that already, and I think just dedicating yourself to that and focusing on your goal is a big thing.
All right, last question for you. Obviously, Ken has a ton of friends and family. Is there any last thing that you want to say to this group and the people that have come out to support you today?
Well, only that I was really amazed when Kelly told me a year ago that I was chosen, and I was honored and surprised a bit, but so pleased because NNU and the NNC has meant a lot to me. My father had a third grade education, and yet college was an important thing to him. dedicated to farm, or trip to farm to the college. And I think recognizing how important education was to him helped us understand what we needed to do. We were never told we had to do it, but it was just clear that that's what we were going to do. We were going to get an education, and then NNU's been good to us for my 5 children, 3 graduated this year, and 3 of my siblings graduated from NNU. So it's just been a really part of my life, and I am really honored to get to be recognized.
Let's hear it for Ken.